Hi, we're working on Unit 5, Lab 1. In this project, you will become comfortable with the provided character model. Pose the model in the 4 positions necessary to create a walk cycle. Add forward motion to the walk cycle. Increase the length of the walk cycle. Lab 1. In this lab, you'll pose the character rig in different ways until you're comfortable with how it works. Goals for the lesson: open a 3D character model and read notes about it. Move the character model's body, head, and face into different poses. The generic rig character. A rig is a 3D model that has been set up with a skeleton of bones inside it to make it easier to animate. The generic rig character is a 3D model that is already rigged with bones and parent-child relationships so that its body parts move together. In this lab, you'll learn how to move the generic rig character into different poses. Later in the project, you'll make an animation of the character walking. Let's go ahead and open up our rig. So I'm opening up Blender. Do that with me now. And then we're going to go to File, Open, and wherever you have your 3D animation folder saved. Mine's on my D drive. So here's my animation folder, and you're going into the resources, and I think we're doing the character rig. Yes. Perfect. There it is. All right, we're gonna save a copy of this rig. So File, Save As, and we want to find our 3D animation folder. Okay, and we can go ahead and make a new folder. This is Unit 5, so up here where it says create a new directory, click there, and I'm going to call this Unit 5. I'm just going to call it Rig and hit Enter. Then double click on that folder so that you can see up here this is where it's getting saved to, your animation folder in the Unit 5 Rig subfolder. And what do you name your files? First and last name comes at the beginning of your file name, and then you can just call this rig copy. First and last name and rig copy. Hit enter. Twice. When you hit it just once, nothing happens. Perfect. The text editor window. The text editor window is a place to write and store text within Blender. People use the text editor to write notes about projects and to write code for Blender. The generic rig character model comes with a README text file with notes from its creator. In the text editor window, take a moment to read the intro section of this model. Generic rig 1.2.0 for Blender 2.46 plus. Conversion by Carl Erlandson. Intro. This is a Blender port of the excellent generic Maya character rig by Andrew Silk. It's provided to the animation community free of charge in the hope that it'll inspire other animators as the original inspired me. The original generic rig was for non-commercial use only, and therefore so is this rig. I would also ask that you respect the following conditions. Due credit is provided to both Andrew Silk and Carl Erlandson. Claiming other people's work as your own isn't nice. Optionally, a quick email to me if you make any cool animations with it. Features. IK/FK arms and legs with the ability to blend between IK and FK modes and to scale them along their length. Geesh, I don't know if we're supposed to be reading all of the features. I'm going to pause for that. Controller bones. Controller bones are special bones that work as handles for moving a 3D model. Parent-child relationships let them control the movement of regular bones inside the model or vertices on the model's surface skin. Controller bones are set up outside a character's body to make them easier to grab and move. A constraint is a limit. Controller bones often have constraints that limit the model's movement to a realistic range. Generi Rig's controller bones. The Generi Rig model is already set up with controller bones for you to work with. The regular bones inside the model are hidden because you won't need to use them. They move automatically when you move a controller bone. For example, when you move the foot controller bone, the hidden bones inside the model will move too, which makes the foot and leg move. The controller bones have different shapes. You'll learn more about what they look like and how to use them soon. Quiz: where are the Generi Rig model's controller bones located? Inside the model, outside the model, inside the regular bones, or under the model's surface skin? The correct answer is B, outside the model. The Move All controller bone. The Move All controller bone moves the position of the entire character without changing its pose. You'll use it when you want to move the character from one location to another. In top view, the Move All controller bone looks like a hexagon under the character. You'll use the Move All controller bone in the next page. All right, let's get started. So just want to teach you a couple of shortcuts. The first one is to hold down Control and hit your up arrow. And when you do that, you'll notice it gives you a maximized 3D view. Let's see if I can get that to work again. I'm making a video and I'm having some technical difficulties. I don't think it's liking. There we go. And then you can hit the Control and arrow down button and it will bring you back to the view that you were at. The other thing, you can always just grab these when you have the double arrows and slide and move them around. So basically when you hit that Control and up key, woo, because I had been touching that one, apparently it decided to go there. So I'm clicking inside of that screen and hitting Control up and it gives me the maximum view, and hitting Control down and it brings me back. Or I can just slide that out of the way. Remember, scrolling will bring you closer and further away from your character. So you might have to scroll. You might have to hold down Shift while you scroll to move your character up or down. And remember, if you hit Control while you're scrolling, it will move you left or right. Now, if you hit on your keypad, not at the top of your keyboard, but on your keypad, if you hit the number 5, that's called orthographic view. This is essentially a 2D view. So they wanted you to hit the number 5, and then they wanted you to hit the number 3 so that you could see the side view. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to grab a hold of the Move All bone. And the Move All bone is this large line right here. And if you hold down your mouse button and you rotate, you can kind of see that it is a hexagon at the base. Okay, perfect. Okay, and so now that you have that selected because you right clicked on it and it's that pretty blue color, now hit the letter G for grab and then just move your mouse around. You don't have to hold down a mouse button or anything. You're just moving your mouse around and that'll move it, okay? And then just click to drop it, just left click to drop it. You can hit Control Z so that it goes back to the origin exactly where it was. The COG controller bone. COG stands for center of gravity. The center of gravity is the point where an object is equally balanced, like the middle of a seesaw. A person has a center of gravity too, and it changes as the person moves. The COG controller bone controls the model's center of gravity. In top view, it looks like a star shape. You'll use it on the next page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit 1 so that the character is in front view. Okay, little delayed response there. And I'm just gonna scroll, hold down Shift and scroll. Whoops, it's not working. I think I need to save. Yeah, my RAM is obviously getting a little full, so you might wanna click save as well if yours is starting to act a little wonky like mine was. Okay, perfect. And we're going to look at that center of gravity, which is this line right here. And one of the things you'll notice is when you do right click to select one of these Generi bones, it'll tell you which one it is. So this one is the COG, the center of gravity. Okay, so then you can just click down G for grab and kind of move him from side to side, and you can see what fun things happen with him. That's great. And then click just to release it. And then I like to hit Control Z, so that brings him back to the center. And then go ahead and hit the number 3 on your keypad and bring him to the side view, and notice that you still have that center of gravity selected. Now hit G to grab it, and look at how silly that is. That's so much fun. And grab him and move him that way. And then click to release, and then hit Control Z. Okay, let's try rotating. So we've been hitting G to grab. What happens if you hit R for rotate? So hit R, and now look at that is just fun. So you can rotate him that way, and then click to release and hit Control Z to bring him back to the center. Let's go back to front view. Hit the 1 and hit the R for rotate. And let's see what happens when you rotate him now. Oh, sweet. He can do some dancing. Do, 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 do. That's fun. Just click to release that and hit Control Z to recenter him. Good job. Clear transform. By this point, your character might look pretty strange. On the next page, you'll use the clear transform commands to get it back to normal. Clear transform is the group of commands that let you reset the location, rotation, and scaling of a rigged character to its default or resting state. If you've added a keyframe, it will reset the location, rotation, or scaling to that keyframe. You'll use clear location and clear rotation to reset the rig's pose on the next page. You won't use clear scale because you didn't resize anything. So I've been just hitting Control Z to get him back to normal. So just to have fun with it and get this clear transform to work, I'm going to hit my G, and I'm going to move him around for a second, and I'm going to hit my R, and I'm going to rotate him a little bit. And that way I have something to clear transform him back to. You can do that as well.
On the 3D view menu bar.
Whoop. Okay, so you want to select everything. Do you remember how to do that? Control A, I believe, is to select all. Oops, it's just the A key. My bad. Click on A. There. Okay, so everything is selected, and now you are going to go down to this pose menu. Click on that, and you'll notice there is a clear transform drop-down box. And so to reset him to his original location, just click the location. Perfect. And then we'll do it again. Pose, clear transform, and reset the rotation. And there he is. Feet and hands. The feet and hands are the most important part of creating a walk cycle. Click the buttons to learn more about these controller bones. So the foot controller bones are ovals under the feet. When you move a foot controller bone, the foot and leg move. When you rotate the bone, the foot rotates without moving the leg much. The hand controller bones are cubes around the wrists. When you move a hand controller bone, the hand and arm move. When you rotate the bone, the hand rotates while the arm remains still. Okay, so let's go ahead and just play around with the feet. So you can see, let's right click on one of them. So this one says it's the left foot. Okay, and you can hit your G and grab it and move it, and didn't see much movement when I went up and down. You can hit your 3 key. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm hitting Control Z. Haha, hitting Control Z again. There we go. And I'm going to just click and hit 3. So I'm in more of a side view, and hit G again to grab it. I think, whoops. Yeah, there. You can see G makes it just kind of like tap a little bit, which is cool. So you can just click it and put it where you want it. And then I'm going to grab my little dude and move him around. I want to try rotating with the other one. So I'm just going to right click on the right foot, and I'm going to hit R for rotate, just because I want to kind of see what that does. I'm going to click get myself into a different view and hit R again. Just curious about, oh, look at that. Maybe front view would be the best way to view R. I see. Okay. So maybe that foot could be rotated and grabbed. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move around in space so I can kind of see what I've done. All right. So that's what I've done. I've got a little bit of rotation and movement. You just have fun with it. Don't worry about the specific location. You don't have to make it look like mine. Okay, and then after you get your feet where you want them, we're going to do the hands. So these cubes are the hand controllers. So go ahead and grab your cube and move your hand where you want it and click to set it there. And then if you hit the 3 and click R for rotate, you could actually rotate the hand as well. So get that hand how you want it, and then try moving the other one, grabbing the cube and hitting G or just hitting R. Oh, that's fancy, kind of like that one. Remember, if you hit Control 3, that'll take you to the other view, and you can hit R and rotate it back that way. Ouch. Does that hurt or what? I'm going to hit Control Z. I like it better like that. So once you get your hands where you want them, perfect. They don't have to look anything like mine. Head controller bones. There are 3 main controller bones for the head area. Click the buttons to learn more about the head controller bones. So head. In the front view, the head controller bone looks like an arch over the character's head. You'll use this bone to rotate the head. When you move this bone, the eyes stay pointed toward the face controller bone. Face. The face controller bone is shaped like a happy face in front of the character's face. Depending on what view you're using, you can use the face controller bone to make the character look up and down or side to side. Eye. The eye controller bone is shaped like an eye in the center of the face controller bone. When you move the eye controller bone, only the eyes will move. Okay, so we're going to move the face. I'm going to scroll in a little bit. Okay, let's right click on the head controller. And if you hit R, you'll be able to rotate, kind of make them nod a little bit. Okay, and then click to release where you want that. And then hit the number 3 so that we go to the side view, and then hit R to rotate. And you'll notice that you can make them look up or down. Click when you're happy with where he's at, and then go ahead and hit 1 so that we can get in front view again. We're going to right click on the eye and hit the G to move the eyes where you want them. Okay, and then right click on the face, and you can hit G and move the face. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Where you want it. You might have to move your eyes again. Didn't like where I moved those. There, that's better. Great. Once you're happy with that, you're good. Face controller bones. The 4 rows of boxes above the character's head contain controller bones for different areas of the face. The asterisks are the controller bones. The boxes around them show the limits on how far they can be moved. When you move the asterisks, it changes the face's expression in different ways. You won't need the face controls to make the walk cycle, but they can be fun to change. You'll try them out on the next page. Okay, so in the tutorial that they did, they asked us to reset him. And I think I'm going to keep my dude the way that I have him. But just to remember, if you want to reset to those default location and rotations, you go to Clear Transformation. And there are shortcuts too. You could just hit Alt-G and that resets the location, or you could hit Alt-R and that resets the rotation. And if you did scale your character, you could also do Alt-S. So I'm going up here to smile and I'm going to right click on it and hit G, and I'm just moving it around and seeing how I can impact the smile, and then click when you find one that you like. Go ahead and just have some fun with those. So you can look at your frown, hit G, and oh no, he's like partially frowning, partially smiling. Yeah, I might have to reset my smile back to the center to get my frown to actually move. There we go. Now I can get a full frown. Oh, poor thing. Hit Control Z to go back. You can try the grimace. Hit G to move. Oh, look at that. That's hilarious. Love it. Hit Control Z. There's a stretch. Aw, this is so fun. A snarl. Remember, you have to hit G to make a move. Oh, look at that. I just got his mouth to open up like he was talking. Control C. Oh, that one's fun. So go ahead and just go through each of those and see what they do. You can pause this video if you want to. Pretty silly. Oh wow, look at, can make his eyes close. Make him look a little sleepy. I'm not sure what this one's doing. Can't tell. It says something about the eyelid. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see it do anything. Rotate didn't work on that. Oh, that's fun. Make him kind of squinty-eyed. Okay, so there's lots of fun things that you can do. Oh, look at, you can make the eyes look angry. All right, perfect. So have fun playing around with those. So check your work. Do you feel comfortable with how the Generi Rig model's controller bones work? If not, move them into different poses until you do. You can close Blender without saving the changes. Nah, you want to save them. Whatever you did, just go ahead and save them because it's a copy anyway, right? So File, Save, and in this lab, you opened a 3D character model and read notes about it. You moved the character model's body, head, and face into different poses. Good job. You're done.